All right, your video. All right, it's March the 3rd, and we're out here at the hive. That we've had a cold week or so, and today it's super warm. Supposed to get up to what, 74, 68, something like that. So it's very warm today. It's Sunday, and the bees are going crazy, as you can see right there. We're in central Kentucky. The bees are on what I think is a coffee tree, but I'm still not sure. I'll try to put some pictures of the blooms in here. I'm pretty sure it's not maple. There's a maple tree out there. But they're not on it. Well, we're going to get in a couple hives. We've been making these bottom boards. I've got a couple videos out there. I'm making the two-way pallets, and we're going to go ahead and put a couple hives, these two hives here on the back. We're going to go ahead and put on these pallets and then check out the hives too. Big question seems to be right now, and everybody's asking, is when to split. And it wouldn't normally be a question. Normally the answer to that is really simple. It's whenever you have drones. But I think you'll see when we get in here, we already got drones now, but it's like say the 3rd of March, so it's really too early. You got to make sure too, you got to have drones, but you got to have weather that the queen can go out and get mated in. She got to be able to fly out and take her mating flights and have good enough weather for that. Looking at the 10-day forecast, it's going to be 10 days from now, the high is going to be 54, 55, so it's kind of questionable if you split something now whether or not it would get mated. The other thing, there was a post the other day, somebody had posted and went ahead and split a hive early for an experiment, which is great. At least you're experimenting and you'll know for yourself instead of just listening to what everybody says. But he split a hive with just a couple, 2 or 3 frames, and it was a really light split. They wasn't all from the same hive, and that just doomed to split from the start. I may do an experimental split before too long, just to see what happens like that. But it needs to be a strong split. It needs to be all from the same hive for it to have any chance of success at all. And then again, you're taking a kind of a big chance because you don't know if that queen's going to get mated or not. But we're going to get in 2 hives, change the bottom boards out, put them on this pallet, and change your tops out for the migratory tops too. So we'll get in here and see how they're doing. We've already rotated once. Anytime that bottom's empty, we'll rotate again if we need to. Anytime they both get full, we would normally split them if they're both completely full. But being this early, we might just add another box for the time being, and then when it comes time to split, we can split 3 boxes off, or have 3 boxes to split out of instead of just 2. So we'll take a look. I think these hives on the back of this trailer are strong. Again, I got to get rid of my trailer take the bees off the trailer because the floor is rotting out. So we'll get in here and see what they look like and go from there. Bees are bringing in all kind of pollen. This one over here, you can really see the pollen coming in. We get in front of them, it kind of blocks them off. That's another reason to get rid of this trailer, because they're facing both directions. I want them all to be facing out and not facing back this way. But they'll stack up behind you if you stand in front of you. You won't see any coming in. I see some yellow pollen. I see some bright red pollen. Yellow's off the maple trees, I think, and then the bright red pollen is off of the henbit and dead nettle. So we'll get in. We'll see some more when we get in here. We'll get in and see what they're living. Easy. You can see the moisture here, a little bit of moisture in the top running down. A little drip there.
The whole top looks like it's moisture.
Well, it's not. It's just got propolis on it. It's why it looks shiny. Just got a little drip. We'll go ahead and pull this top box off, see what the bottom looks like. According to the notes on February 20th, we had 5 frames on the bottom and 5 frames on the top. So I'm looking at the top. It looks like maybe a little more than 5 frames now, but that's what we were looking at on the 20th. If you look down in between these over here, there's no bees on. And if you count the frames with bees on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm probably 6 now. And then there's even some bees over here, so you could be 7.
There's bees on this one, babe.
Yeah, but not like this.
No, not like that.
Yeah, that's what we're looking. That's what we're looking for, is a cupboard with bees.
I gotcha. Looks like they're expanding now.
Yeah, that's why you tell. That's why you put on there how many you had last time you looked. That way you can see if they're expanding or cutting back. And so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're expanding this bottom too. Just all the crap that comes out of the screen on the bottom of that hive. Pollen.
Poop and stuff?
No, they don't poop in the hive.
Oh, that's right. Is that dead bees?
Just there's probably some in there, but it's just stuff, wax, chewed out wax, and everything that's in the hive. Well, they're not upset. They're just trying to get in. They're used to going right back to here, and there's nothing here now. So that's why this will work good, because we're putting this in the spot that they come out of.
Okay, so that is meant for 2 hives of what
Yeah,
you built.
yeah.
Okay. Those nails on there to hold it in
Yeah,
place.
it goes up inside in this corner, and that's what holds the hive on there.
All right.
So
what about, why did you take that board off?
This is an entrance reducer. It reduces it down to 3/8 inch opening.
So now you
This has already got a 3/8 inch opening. It's a little bit bigger,
Okay.
but it's already got it. And we're gonna go ahead and put them back together for now,
Don't squish them.
and then we'll look at them. So that's our hive. And then our migratory cover. So that's the way that hive will sit.
Now, they'll know, even though you're changing out the top, are you putting that other top back on there, or will they know this is their hive?
No, they know, because this is where I see all of them ganging up on they know their hive sits right there. So they're going to go to wherever their hive was.
I gotcha.
And that's where they're supposed to be. So they're trying to figure it out. You see some crawling up here.
Yeah, look at all that red pollen.
See the red pollen on its
I do.
back.
Yeah.
So we're getting these in here kind of as quick as we can, and then we'll look at them once we got them where they can go in and out and figure stuff out. We'll look at them.
So her purpose of you doing this is so you can pick up this piece of wood.
Yeah, now I can slide in here with the tractor and pick these up without lifting them by hand.
Is the tractor gonna fit through here?
Well, I can pick, my forks are long enough, I can pick them up from on the other side. No, it wouldn't fit over here.
Okay.
So the inner and outer covers are gone, and they've got the bottom board and then a migratory pallet on the top. And then the next pallet, if I want to take them and move them, the next pallet will sit right in between those.
What does that mean, migratory pallet?
This is what migratory beekeepers, when they go from the south, they'll keep them in the wintertime, they'll keep them in Florida, and in the summertime they'll keep them, up north or where more honey is.
So it just basically means it's movable.
Movable, it's movable, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not by any means going to be migratory,
No.
but whenever I do move them, like I got to move these off of this trailer, I can pick them up with the tractor.
Gotcha.
All right, so this one's set up. We got the top on there, so we'll go ahead and pull a few frames out of this one, and you can see they're kind of confused.
Yeah, I see that.
They're not mad. They're flying around, and a lot of people think, well, you're mad, you're making them mad. They're not mad. They're just trying to figure out what the heck's going on, and where'd my regular bottom board go, and why don't my hive look the same? But as long as you got these boxes in the same place the other boxes come out of, they'll go back into these boxes.
It looks neater too.
Oh yeah, it'll look a lot better.
Ooh, look at all that pollen.
I know they're bringing in a ton of pollen.
You don't know where that red's coming from?
Yeah, it's coming from the river bottoms when we go through there, and you see all that purple, the henbit and dead nettle. The purple flowers make that bright red pollen.
And what makes the yellow?
Maple.
Okay. So is that what flavors the honey?
Different kind of flowers, yeah. But this is so early, it'd be hard to get in it unless we just stick something in here and tasted it while we see it in here. But this honey is basically what they build up on. We'll go ahead and pull a couple frames out and see what they got in here.
Good gravy. Look at all these bees. Hold on, I'm getting distracted. Well, that one ain't got very many on it.
Yeah, it's just a frame of honey. It's a frame of their stores, and it's older honey because it's dark. So it's last year's
So that's what they've been eating on.
last year's honey, and that's what they've been eating on.
Okay.
This is more of last year's honey on this side, and on this side is last year's pollen, or they call it bee bread. This is honey over here, and this is bee bread used to fill the brood. So usually when you pull a frame out like that, the next frame will be brood.
Huh. So they're really interested in the camera.
Because it's black,
Oh, is that what it is?
like your britches.
Oh, Lord, you should have told me.
Then you wouldn't have come on up here. I'd have had to wait for you to go change.
Well, I was waiting on you anyway. So what we got here? Why is there
This
holes
is some
in it?
nectar, just because it's from last year. That's some bee bread or pollen over here. The shiny cells in here is nectar, what they're just bringing in. There's a bee with maple pollen on her. And just an empty frame over there. So that's another thing you're looking for too, is that they still got room to expand. This hive has expanded because we looked at the number of frames they had before on the 20th and the number of frames they have now. So they're expanding, but they still got room to expand. So they're doing fine. You want to make sure that they are expanding, but they have room. That's some fresher pollen. There's some different colors.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty. Ooh, look at that bright red one right down there. Oh, wow.
And you always want to put your frames back the same way they come out. So we pulled 2 out, and then we slid 2 over so far. So we'll go back the exact same way. And I'm trying not to squish bees, but there's a lot of bees.
that's got some pollen in
More
it.
pollen. I
Yeah.
thought we'd have been in brood by now, but just getting pollen. I'll smoke these down a little bit more. You can smoke them and they'll move down out of your way a little bit.
Yeah, we don't want to squish them.
And here's our brood.
Oh, so that's the
Yeah,
mother
it's the brown is cat brood.
making babies.
They should have eggs and larvae around the outside. It'd be hard to see because we're in the shade.
Hmm.
You can see some larvae around that brood there.
Oh yeah, I see them. Oh wow, you can see them really good in the camera. Look at the babies.
So they go through 4 stages. The queen lays an egg is the first stage, larva is the second stage, pupa is what's under the cap, and then adult bee. So that's the 4 stages of bees.
Well, look at that bee. It's getting down in there. Look at that one. What's it doing? It's laying.
Well, I don't know. I don't see what you're looking at.
Oh, it's come back out now. It was all down in that.
Probably if she had her head down in there, she's feeding it.
Oh, that's what
Royal
she was
jelly.
doing.
Yeah.
Huh. Don't really see any.
And you can see the white right down beside the cap cells.
Oh, I see them.
All those cap cells are flat, so that's worker brood. There's a drone right there. See the
Where?
fat bee?
Where?
Right under your camera. Right there.
Oh yeah.
That's
oh,
a drone.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Everybody said, oh, it's too early for drones. No, we got drones.
You got a big one. Look at that.
It's a fat one.
Holy cow. He had to bulk up for winter.
Well, no, she just laid his egg. He's a newbie from this year, so
I know. It was a joke.
yeah, a bad joke.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it
funny.
was. It
He's
was bad.
carrying winter weight.
It was bad
Oh, sorry.
because they don't take bees through the winter or drones through the winter. Only workers. I think some of these bees were maybe coming and going from the top a little bit because there's a lot flying around the top. I was hoping we'd see the queen, but I don't see her.
Yeah.
See some red pollen on a bee there.
Yeah.
Couple
I
bees.
See it. See some yellow.
See some nectar, the shiny in the cells. That's nectar, fresh nectar that they brought in off the maples and
wow.
that. I think
Yeah.
it's a coffee tree they're on, but I'm not sure about that other one.
Ooh, I like coffee.
Coffee flavored honey,
Oh, that would be weird, wouldn't it?
wouldn't it? There's a lot of these honeys in early spring like this. We never get to taste because the bees are building up on them. All right, so we've seen what we need to see up here. Everything looks good, so we're just going to slide these over.
Without squishing bees.
We're going slow when we get over there, so they got time to get out of the way. And then these two come out in this order. So that's why we're going to put them back in. And that's, try not to jerk them around like I just did. And try to slide this top on so we don't squish any. It's almost impossible not to squish any. We just do the best we can.
Look at that. One's on me that has yellow pollen. Oh, look. You see it?
Yeah.
I can't move the camera.
We'll go ahead and look at this other one real quick. I smoke you?
Yeah, you're.
You all right?
No, that stuff stinks.
Just smoke.
It stinks. How come all your ones over here are pointed this way? I thought you had them pointed the other way.
I've got them turned different ways so that the bees can find it better. The more you can turn them, the better, easier they'll find it. But it doesn't make it convenient, very convenient for checking them.
Yeah.
So that's why they're getting on these different pallets and getting moved around a little bit.
Look, you're making them mad. Look, they're all swarming.
Well, you would know it if they was mad. They're not mad, they're just a little confused. And I'm blocking their entrance. I think this is mostly honey.
Yeah. I hope this year's crop don't have that citrus taste to it.
Well, some of it might, just depends on the bloom. It's all honey.
Yay!
Just depends on the bloom. What they get.
Ooh, look how pretty that is. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like some light honey, huh?
Yeah, it's a little lighter, it looks like. Hopefully this is not completely full. Let's see a little brood in here. Another full frame of honey.
Holy cow. This hive's doing good. Look, what's this bee doing on my finger?
Just sitting, trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh. Look at all that pollen.
Here comes all your biker buddies.
Yeah, it's such a nice day.
They'll be wanting to take you, go for a ride.
No, thank you. They'll be doing all right until they hit that gravel.
Yeah, I know it.
What we got here?
This is larva, bunch of larvae on this side.
Let me see.
Honey and larvae. Let's see what we got on this side. There's eggs. If you can come over here with the sun behind you, come over on this side and try to get the sun down in there. You should be able to see some eggs down in those cells.
Oh, look at all that.
You have to try to keep your shadow off of it and get the sun. Get as close as you can without your shadow blocking it. But there's eggs down in the bottom of those cells.
Interesting.
Can you see them?
I can see them through the camera. I can't see them with my naked eye, though.
Well, we're more worried about the camera. So this would be a frame that you're looking for the queen on. I don't see her. But anywhere there's eggs that she's likely to be. You can look down in here, that bottom box is almost completely full too.
Holy cow.
Yeah, bunch of bees.
That's a good hive, huh?
It's a bunch, to be this early, it's really a lot of bees. All right, I'm sure, let's see. Yeah, there's milk brood in here.
What's milk brood?
Milk brood is when the egg hatches out and they turn into a larva and they start feeding them the royal jelly. It's white and it's a real wet, milky substance.
I see them down in
Yeah.
there.
And it's called milk brood.
Huh.
That's one way you check for the health of the colony, is if that milk brood is prevalent.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And if it's white, solid white. If it starts to turn yellow or dingy colored, then there's a problem with the health of the bees. Uh-oh.
What? Oh, there's the queen.
See her? And she's not marked.
Uh-oh, so she's new, huh?
Yeah, well, she's a replacement from last year. It's too early for her to... So she should be, this year's green, last year was red, so we need to mark her red. So we can probably do that.
You got your pins?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I always keep my pins. I keep a red pin, a green pin, and then I keep a marker, black marker, to mark the top of the hives with. So here's my red pin. And I'll just try it to make sure how much paint's coming out. I don't want to drown her.
Yeah.
Now I gotta find her again. There she is.
Oh, yeah. You're just going to reach in there with your bare hand, huh?
Yep. That's what you gotta do.
And she won't sting.
Normally won't sting. She can sting him, but she normally won't sting.
Ooh, look at her.
All right, there's a nice red dot
She got
for
her
her.
a dot.
And
She's
we'll
pretty.
put her back down where we found her.
Look at that. Hey, where are you going? Now she's like disoriented.
What the heck?
Look at that voice. Got a new queen in town.
All right, so now we got her marked. We'll try to keep all of our queens marked this year, so we know. We'll mark on the outside that there's a red queen in here.
Right.
And then since we found her, we're going to make sure she's safe, and we're going to go ahead and close up the hive.
Okay.
About time the tool go.
Oh, I thought you were going to go ahead and close up the hive.
Well, I got to get my frames in here.
Oh,
I got to get them all back in the same spot.
I gotcha.
Might have to put them gloves back on.
They trying to sting you?
Yeah, they're getting on my hands a little bit because I'm bumping them around. And then we've been in them for a minute.
Yeah. They're crawling all over you.
Yeah, they're crawling all over you too.
No, I'm pretending that they're not.
They're all over in britches. I'm surprised you ain't got stung already.
Troy, if I get stung, this will be the last time I video you.
All right, we put these back in the same order that they come out. The hive's doing really good. There's a bunch of bees. Try to get them in there without slamming them, but it's hard to do. And then get their lid back on. Okay, now we take our black marker.
Oh, that ain't gonna write on that as well, huh?
Yeah, it won't write as well as that plastic, but it'll be all right. We're backing them up here too. One reason there's so many bees flying around is because we're standing in front of their hive and they can't get in. I think I got one in my glove, maybe.
Uh-oh.
Ow, yep, got me in the hand.
Babe, look at that one with his little.
No, the camera can't see that.
I know, I'm telling you.
They'd be like, what are you talking about? Let's see, what's today? The 3-3?
Yep. Oh, it won't focus on this.
I still feel that bee crawling around in there. I hope it's done stinging.
I thought they only stung you once.
They do, but I don't know if there's another one.
Uh-oh.
All right, 3-3, 24, 2 full boxes. Marked queen red. Okay, and this one had, what was it, like 6 frames in the top and 6 in the
Yeah.
bottom? Six frames top, 6 frames bottom. Now they get on anything black, so they're all over my pen.
Yeah.
This is why they're getting on my hands.
Don't wear black.
All right, now you can see all the bees getting back in there because we're out of the front of their hive and they're figuring out their new entrance. They've got a 3/8 inch entrance. They've got a good tight lid and they can acclimate a little bit before we have to move them. So it'll be real easy to move. My forks will reach. I'll put all those on pallets on that side too and try to keep them in the same position basically that they are now. And then I'll fork those off first and then I'll fork these off. I've got another trailer I'll probably make this into a beak trailer because it has no sides. I'll put some tie downs on the side of it where I can run straps over. But I'll fork them off here, put them on the other trailer, and then take them over to Smithville probably, and put them over there. The ones on the front that's coming on that side anyway, I'll probably just set down on the ground. So that's our first one we put on pallets. I can't wait to get them all on pallets. It's going to be a lot easier to move them and take care of them a little better. I think it's going to work really good, but we'll see. And we'll go from there. Appreciate you watching the video. If you liked it, hit the like button, comment if you like, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video.